As the centre rolls out labour laws for them, my colleague Snehi joins to tell us the list of new law and how it will impact the financials of platform companies.
Well, yes. So let's first understand what the news is. Online food delivery, e-commerce and quick commerce companies like your Amazon, Flipkart, Swiggy, Zepto, Zomato, they will now have to pay for the social benefits of India's 1 million and more gig and platform workers. So first, understanding some numbers, the gig worker economy right now is at 10 million gig workers, which is projected to grow to 23.5 million by 2029 to 2030. This is according to the Press Information Bureau. So the new labor code, let's understand what that is. Gig work, platform work and aggregators have been defined clearly for the first time under this labor code, which was not there earlier. Aggregators must now contribute 1 to 2% of their annual turnover, capped at 5% of the amount paid or payable to gig and platform workers in terms of social security and other benefits. Now remember, this was never specified in the previous law, so that is a big update coming in terms of what this new labor code has in store for gig workers. Aadhaar linked universal account number will make welfare benefits easy to access for these gig workers, fully portable and available across state regardless of any migration that happens internally. So now what this means is gig and platform workers will be formally recognized under the law for the first time, and includes everybody like delivery agents, ride-hailing agents, service platform staff, freelancers and others as well. Under Code on Social Security 2020, all workers including gig and platform workers will get social security coverage. They will also be getting PF, ESIC and insurance, and aggregators must contribute a dedicated fund with financial insurance, health protection, disability support and old age support as well, none of which was specified or existed in the previous law. So in terms of this is obviously going to affect the top line of the companies between 1 and 5% to the extent that they allot a separate fund for the social security benefits for their gig workers. So far we've had corporate reactions from Eternal wherein they are welcoming this move and they're saying they're deeply committed to adhering to the government's move. Flipkart Group, you have the Chief Corporate Affairs Officer who says that these new labor laws, they provide a more comprehensive and predictable framework going ahead. Amazon spokesperson said that while they welcome this implementation of the government rules, they will also have to see how this impacts their finance. So that's a cautionary statement from Amazon. And lastly, Uber spokesperson says that Uber has welcomed this government's move to implement the new labor codes, and they're looking forward to working with the government as well. So that's the take on the gig worker economy. What was not there earlier, what is now included in terms of health insurance, social security benefits, minimum wage, and a lot of other benefits that the new labor code has now specified for them.
Meanwhile, Balasubramanian A, Senior Vice President, Team Lease Services, believes that the new labor codes will legitimize and acknowledge the gig economy, which will be profitable for the workers in the long run. Let's listen in.
It's going to give a lot of legitimacy to the gig economy, because at this point in time, they are neither here nor there, right? You cannot really call them formal workers, and they are not informal either, in the sense that while their payouts are happening directly to their accounts, but they're not really under the purview of any kind of social security. So before we look at what exactly is in store for them, it's important for us to also look at why labor codes are even relevant and important in the first place on the whole. So if you look at it, we hardly have about 15% of our workforce as formal workers, which is roughly about 8 crore people out of the 55 crore people who are participating in our workforce are formal workers, who are under the broad ambit of social security, in the sense they get a combination of health, life cover and retirement benefits. Now, without these, unfortunately, a big chunk of our workforce, that is nearly 47 crore people, suffer, and they are at really the mercy of the elements. And if you look at the gig workers, while platforms have done a great job in making sure that their payouts are made transparently to their bank accounts, and you have remittance support as well, they have been at their end trying to cover them under some kind of social security, but it's not really been standardized, it's not really uniform, and that's where this can really make a big difference.
And Justice Suryakant